Greetings, my friends. I want to thank you all for subscribing. I want to thank all of my channel members for supporting me in this endeavor to save pop culture. And if you are not subscribed, please consider supporting this channel. We need you. Thank you. My friends, we are winning the war to save pop culture. I've said it many times before, but at no time since my channel started have we been winning in quite the way we are today. Yes, it was a major victory for fans when Warner Brothers announced that they would be releasing the Snyder Cut on HBO Max in 2021, because this was a long-time objective of Snyder fans around the globe who were upset at how Justice League was taken away from Snyder when he had to deal with a family tragedy. Fans wanted to see justice done. They wanted to see Zack Snyder's original vision for Justice League realized, but of course, up to that point, Hollywood had worn it as a badge of honor that they don't listen to fans. The Snyder fans were mocked as fanatics, losers, toxic fanboys, but then AT&T stepped in, recognized what Hollywood had forgotten, that fans are customers, and so AT&T bent the knee and decided, wonder of wonders, it's a good thing to give customers what they want to buy. This brief return to sanity was something of a watershed moment in terms of corporate fan relations, but as much of a triumph as the Snyder Cut was for the fandom menace, it pales in comparison to the Season 2 finale of The Mandalorian, which signals both the greatest victory yet for fans and a stinging rebuke to the queen of the cultural vandals, Kathleen Kennedy. There has been a civil war going on at Lucasfilm for years. I've reported on it a number of times, the struggle for the soul of Star Wars being waged by Kathleen Kennedy's brigade of woke women wankers and the George Lucas loyalists led by Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau. Kennedy had no love for Star Wars at all when George Lucas handed her the reins of power. She lied to Lucas about protecting his legacy and being a guardian to his characters, declared the Force is female, turned Star Wars Galaxy's Edge into a Star Wars theme park without any Star Wars in it, and in short order, it was clear to fans that Kennedy viewed Star Wars not as a story, but as a platform to peddle her own brand of woke bullshit. Part of her agenda was the systematic destruction of Luke Skywalker, undermining and humiliating him in order to strike a blow against the so-called patriarchy that she loathed so much from the comfort of her executive office. Well, it turns out that the latest battle in the war for Star Wars has just been concluded, according to a source with knowledge of the situation at Lucasfilm, a battle that could prove to be decisive moving forward and change Star Wars forever. What I'm about to tell you is information I've been provided from my agents in Hollywood that I cannot independently verify, and so I must ask you to regard what I'm about to tell you as rumor and take it with a grain of salt. So why exactly was The Mandalorian a game-changing victory for the fandom menace? If you recall, Disney released the Lego Star Wars Holiday Special a while back. This holiday special was released well before Christmas, and this return to the woke world of Rey, Finn, and Poe made Star Wars fans recoil in disgust. In this story, not only did we get the amazing Wonder Rey, the bestest ever, back, but Rey systematically infested the entire Star Wars universe, traveling through time and returning to key points in Star Wars history, inserting herself, and by proxy Kathleen Kennedy, into training Luke, fighting Vader, teaching Yoda about the Force. It was a revolting and offensive step backwards for Star Wars, a return to Kennedy's Disney sequel trilogy, and it was not accidental. My sources say this was done intentionally. But why in God's name would Disney want to interrupt the good vibes generated by Jon Favreau's Mandalorian with a return to Kathleen Kennedy's poisoned well? Welcome to the Lucasfilm Civil War, folks. We have just witnessed it being waged in real time. Disney is still divided where Star Wars is concerned. While some want to do away with the sequel trilogy, decanonize it, and never mention it again, there are others who still believe that they should stick with Kathleen Kennedy and use Star Wars as a platform for woke wankery and intersectional feminism. And thus, a showdown between the two factions was engineered by the higher-ups. Is Kathleen Kennedy the way forward for Star Wars, or is Jon Favreau? The LEGO Star Wars Holiday Special was thus created and released alongside The Mandalorian to trap Kennedy and discredit her view of Star Wars in a manner so spectacular it would finally kill the debate. The Holiday Special, it was hoped, would dramatically prove to the Kennedy loyalists in the upper echelons of Disney that Kennedy didn't know what the hell she was doing. These executives had seen The Mandalorian and had enough faith in Jon Favreau to make this move, forcing a direct comparison between Kennedy's LEGO Special and The Mandalorian. And guess what? Kennedy lost. In fact, Kennedy got blown away. There is no way to overstate the impact of the final episode of The Mandalorian on the fans or on the Walt Disney Company. In the first 2 days of release, the Season 2 finale of The Mandalorian got hit with such a high demand. For a brief period, it crashed Disney servers. And Disney was astonished by this, astonished and delighted. There has been nothing else on Disney Plus to compare to the massive success of Luke Skywalker's return. It absolutely blew the LEGO Star Wars Holiday Special out of the water, blew everything else on Disney Plus away. It has been such a spectacular and unparalleled success that even the Disney executives have had to sit up and pay attention. Not only did it destroy the numbers that the Holiday Special did in one day, it is the most watched show on Disney Plus that there has been. Not only that, but more people subscribed to Disney Plus in 2 days following the release of that episode than at any time before. That is what my sources are telling me, but on a personal note, I can confirm this. I have had a number of my friends and subscribers writing me, telling me that they have subscribed to Disney Plus for the first time because finally we got to see something we fans have been longing for 30 fucking years. We got to see Luke Skywalker be a Jedi Knight. And that has made all the difference. I wept when I saw Luke Skywalker again. I had no idea this was coming. My sources very kindly shielded me from the knowledge of what was coming, knowing that as a fan, I would want to be surprised. And when I realized it was Luke I was seeing on that screen, it was like something broke inside of me. And all at once, I was a kid again, sitting in the theater, seeing someone I loved again who I thought was long dead, who I thought I would never see again. I shed tears. Me, a supervillain. Tears I didn't think I had in me anymore. Such is the power of myth. This is why I fight. So what does all this mean? It means that in the Lucasfilm Civil War, Jon Favreau is winning. It may mean at this point that Jon Favreau has won, and ultimately that means the fans have won. There are indications from my sources that this has opened Disney's eyes at last. This is a come home to Jesus moment for the mouse, but all that said, we must be cautious. Yes, things are looking up, but optimism can be an illusion. It's important to bear in mind the words of Admiral Akbar. It's a trap! The simple fact of the matter is, those of my followers and friends who are skeptical are not wrong. Disney has abused all of us in the past. Disney has called us names, abused us, dismissed us, labeled us ists and phobes and toxic man-babies, all because we refused to blindly accept the vile swill they offered us as if we were bar-coded pigs at their corporate troughs. And we would do well not to forget that. But Doomcock, despite allegations from SJW snowflakes and wussies and liars and safe space sob sisters, is not a hater. Doomcock has come not to destroy pop culture, but to save it. And thus, while many of you have chosen to reject Disney and all of its works as like unto the works of Satan himself, a point of view to which I am sympathetic and respectful, as the future ruler of Earth, I have decided to overlook the insults and the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune with the singular intent of saving Star Wars. I am an angry man, and nothing would be easier than allowing the raging flame of hatred to stay burning in my breast at the 1,000 natural shocks that fans are heir to. But what would that get us all? Would that get us more Star Wars? Or would that get us a barren pop culture wasteland, burned to the salted ground? No. I am here to raise pop culture, not to bury it. And so break my heart, for I shall still my tongue and bide my time. If The Mandalorian leads straight into the Disney sequel trilogy, if this show intersects with and validates the vile abominations that Kennedy, Abrams, and Johnson have wrought, my wrath shall be epic, my fury boundless. There can be no peace so long as the Disney sequel trilogy is allowed to exist. If Disney uses the veil of the Force to decanonize the sequel trilogy, as my agents have suggested they will, then I will consider that a negotiated peace with honor. But if they allow these shows to support the Disney sequel trilogy, then Star Wars is dead to me. Lucasfilm is at a crossroads now. It is up to all of us to send a clear message that if they want us back, peace is possible, but there is a price that Disney must pay. From the center of the earth, this is Dictor Van Doomcock, bidding you all, my friends, stay angry.
Ha 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 ha.